Welcome to the Daily Senior Safety Advice Podcast, where we talk about practical ways to stay safe, independent, and confident at home as we age. I'm Esther Kane. I'm a retired occupational therapist, a certified aging in place specialist, and a dementia care specialist. Before we begin, I want to mention my new book series, The Stoic Caregiver. It's 3 volumes written for people caring for someone they love. You can find it on Amazon or at thestoiccaregiver.com. And for more free tips, visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. Let's get started. Today's episode is titled Why the Safest Homes All Have One Thing in Common, and it isn't grab bars. This is just about the single biggest thing I noticed after years of walking into people's homes. The safest homes were not always the ones with the most equipment. I saw houses with grab bars in every bathroom where somebody still fell twice a month. And I saw plain old houses, nothing special about them, where the person had been living alone safely for 15 years. The difference more often than not was routine. Now I know how that word lands. Routine sounds like a schedule somebody else made for you. It sounds like a nursing home. It sounds like the opposite of freedom. So let me tell you what I actually mean. A routine is not a timetable. You're not setting an alarm for 11:15 to water the plants. A routine is a handful of anchors. Same things, same order, most days. That's it. What happens in between is entirely up to you. And here's why it matters so much for safety. In occupational therapy, we pay close attention to something most people never think about. Every ordinary task has an order to it. Getting out of bed, making coffee, taking a shower, there are steps, and they go in a sequence. When we're young and rested, we improvise all day long. We do things in a new order. We skip steps. We carry 3 things at once, and it's fine. As we get older, improvising costs more. Not because anyone is failing, because the body needs more attention now, and attention is limited. When you improvise, you're thinking. And when you're thinking hard about the plan, you're not watching your feet. A routine does the thinking ahead of time, it banks it. So the body can do the task while your attention stays free for the part that actually matters, which is where you are and what's under you. That's the whole idea. Routine isn't the opposite of independence. Routine is what pays for it. Now, here's something interesting that surprised me early in my career. Falls don't happen evenly across the day. They cluster. They cluster in the first few minutes after standing up. They cluster during the rush to answer a ringing phone or a knock at the door. They cluster while carrying something with both hands. And they cluster on the trip to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Notice what all of those have in common. Everyone is a moment of transition or hurry. So, a good routine isn't about filling the whole day, it's about putting a little structure at exactly those few risky moments and leaving the rest alone. Let me walk you through what that looks like. Start with the first 5 minutes of the day. This is the one I'd pick if you only did one. Sit on the edge of the bed before you stand. Count slowly to 10. Let your blood pressure catch up with you because when we stand up quickly, it takes a moment to adjust, and that moment is when people go down. Then, before you walk anywhere, put on your glasses, put in your hearing aids, put on real shoes, not loose slippers. Same order every single morning. Sit, count, glasses, ears, feet. Now you can go. Next, hang your medications on something you already do, not on a time, on an event. Pills go with the coffee or right after brushing your teeth. Clocks get forgotten. Habits don't. And a pill organizer that you fill on the same day each week takes the whole question out of your hands. Then give yourself one strong stretch of the day and use it well. Most of us have a few hours where we feel our best. For a lot of older adults, that's mid morning. Put the demanding thing there, the shower, the errand, the trip up the basement stairs with the laundry. And another thing I've noticed over the years is that people fight this. They save the hard task for later, after they've rested. But fatigue builds through the day. Later is not stronger, later is weaker. Do the hard thing while you've still got it. Then rest on purpose in the afternoon before you need to. Resting before you're exhausted is not laziness, it's strategy. In the evening, walk one round of the house. I call it closing up. Turn on the lights along the path you'll use tonight. Check that the stove is off. Check the doors. Set your phone where you can reach it from the bed. Move the shoes and the basket and the little rug that shifts. 5 minutes, same round every night. And then there's the night trip to the bathroom, which is the most dangerous walk in the house. Dark, half awake, in a hurry. Put a nightlight in the bedroom, the hall, and the bathroom. Cheap ones that turn on by themselves are fine. Then make yourself a rule. Sit up, count to 10, feet on the floor, then go, and go slowly. Nobody has ever regretted taking an extra 15 seconds. Now, I want to say a word to family caregivers because routine does something for you too. When a person has steady habits, change becomes visible. If your mother has made her bed every morning for 40 years and this week she stopped, that's information. If your father always did the crossword and the paper's been sitting there 4 days, that's information. Without a routine, you can't see any of that. Everything looks like a normal day. Routine is quietly the best early warning system a family has. And if you're caring for someone with memory loss, routine does even more. Familiar order reduces anxiety because the person doesn't have to figure out what comes next. It's already known. Write the day out on a whiteboard in the kitchen if that helps. So here's what I'd like you to take from today. Don't try to build a whole day at once. That never sticks. Pick one anchor. I'd suggest the morning one because it protects the moment when blood pressure and balance are at their worst. Sit, count to 10. Glasses, ears, shoes. Then go. Do that every morning for 2 weeks, and it will stop being something you decide and start being something you just do. That's when it starts protecting you. One anchor, that's all. The rest of your day stays yours. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. For more tips and resources, visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. And if you're looking for a professional near you, aginginplacedirectory.com can help you find an aging in place specialist if you're caring for someone you love. My book series, The Stoic Caregiver, is on Amazon and at thestoiccaregiver.com. Please subscribe to the podcast or our YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow.